Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast, Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by my good pal, Party in Your Pants, Party Boy Pete McCormick, as well as stunning Steve Cabot, and our special guest today is Dianna Spencer. Party Boy Pete, how you feeling today, pal?
It's Thirsty Thursday, Matt, and I am parched.
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Stunning Steve, how we doing, buddy?
I'm with Pete on the reel. That was a perfect shot, Pete. My guy.
Perfect. Right. And then special guest Dianna Spencer. Dianna, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for coming on. Excited to have you. All right. So let's get this thing going. Let's get started.
Working Perspectives. Yeah, it's our objective to be effective. My voice in society's working perspectives. We're exploring your workday and how you get paid. Launching new episodes every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with episodes available on all podcast platforms. Check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid like, share, and subscribe. Working Perspectives.
Okay, so last week we aired the episode with Don Lyons, the investment banker, stockbroker. Went really well. We had some entertaining things, but that was, to me, and even when recording it and editing it, it was, to my thought was the information you learned, especially when you got to talking about Bitcoin and everything like that, thought it was so interesting. Dianna, what did you think?
When it comes to the cryptocurrencies, I get so, I'm intrigued by it, but I get lost, one, in the conversation, and then two, I don't trust it because of what happened last time. Because I know what happened last time, and I'm like, this is the same thing. It's going to happen again. There's not enough old, rich people involved in it yet for me. I want to get.
I see. Yeah. Steve, what are your thoughts on cryptocurrency? I know you're a Stevie Cryptos over there.
I'm Stevie Cold Cash. I ain't playing with shit that ain't in my hand. Get this nonsense out of my face. I'll get rich the old-fashioned way by stealing my way to the top.
Smart. That's the best way to do it. That's kind of like what the crypto people are doing. Not going to lie, though.
Yeah.
When talking to Don about crypto, and I made like the Dave and Buster's comparison, he was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's play money until enough people invest, which, there is a background. But the way he said, he invested on like the outside. Like instead of playing the numbers for roulette, he was playing, red or black, which he hedges his bets. Pretty smart. Pete, what do you think about the old crypto?
Yeah, in the podcast sphere, it's probably not good for all of us to be anti-crypto, but I'm skeptical myself. I find it interesting, but all the things that people love about crypto, I'm like, well, those are bad, and all the things that people hate about cash, I'm like, well, those are good. So
yeah, we're all stuck there. That's how it goes, but that's not bad. So, all right, perfect. But yeah, like we said, you can find the Don Lyons episode on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. So let's keep it moving. So then next week we're airing the Bob Quinn episode. Now, I want to tell people this so they're ready. This is Shake's last episode as co-host coming up next week. There's a reason why it is Shake's last episode as co-host.
Because he took over Jamie with Joe Rogan.
That's correct. He's now working with Joe Rogan. He's young Shake instead of young Jamie. No.
Hell yeah.
Pull that up, Shake.
Yeah. Let's just say
Shake, I saw a video of two monkeys humping a banana. Pull that up, please.
That's right.
He'll probably be like, hey, we want to talk about the carnivore diet. So Shake, can you research that? But yeah, no.
I got company.
Oh boy. Oh, speaking of carnivores. So
yeah, speaking of, there's a Doberman.
Yeah. So also, I do want to say that last week was the first week that we launched the entire video episode of the Pop-In with me and old Stuubbins. And I'm not going to lie, I have a very good face for camera, and I think everyone would agree. You know,
I agree. And another thing, I don't have the face for camera. I move around enough to make a person sick. And I think I hawk loogies on the air because I was like, what the fuck was that? That was me spitting. I'm like, God damn it. Well, you can't take me nowhere, can you?
Steve, I like how Steve is finally seeing what the rest of us have known for like 40 years.
I honestly, I meant to say that because when I edited the audio of it, I'm like, I can edit out the background, we'll say, Steve. But I was like, oh no, I can't take that out of the video. Like there's no way for me to edit out of the video. Otherwise it's just like snippets and we can't have that.
It's so fun. I was like, that's what I thought. I was like, why is he not editing out me hawking loogies?
Yeah, I wish I could, pal. I tell you, I wish I could. And I meant to say it to you, but I forgot. But
I saw it. I was like, oh my God, you can't take me anywhere.
Yeah, it's okay. You learn.
Whatever.
So
at least you two like me.
Yeah, well, no, we don't like you, pal. We love you. That's what brothers do.
There we go. Attaboy.
But all right. So like we said, next Tuesday, we're launching the Bob Quinn episode, Big Things. We're starting a major storyline with this episode. So tune in for that. We're going to be on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Now, I want to move on to something that we gotten away from on the pop-in. I want to talk about something, a little recommendation. So we have Dianna Spencer on the show today. First time female guest on the weekend pop-in. So there you go.
Ooh,
mind your P's and Q's. Mind your P's and Q's.
Yep, mind.
I got to stop hawking loogies and be a goddamn gentleman.
You should have done that a while ago. But either way.
Off the internet, off of my social media. So this is like a free game for me.
Right.
No.
Very nice. Good. Love it. So Dianna, what do you have as far as a recommendation for this weekend? You got anything?
I don't know, dude. I bought a 110-year-old house because I'm fucking stupid, I think. Wow. So yeah, wow. It was a good idea. Now it's like a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but I'm doing a ton of man shit. And the one thing, like, I don't necessarily have like a weekend recommendation because it's all work, but for chicks, you all need to do yourself a favor and go buy a Sawzall. Like, you just need to go get it.
Hell yeah.
What is a Sawzall? Explain this to us.
Me and Pete aren't men.
Yeah. Steve is an actual man here. Me and Matt are dudes, so we have no idea what's going on.
I'm learning so much, but the Sawzall, it's like this big giant gun thing that has like all these seeds on it. So you can cut through metal, you can cut through plastic, you can cut through wood, you can cut through. Dude, I'm straight up chopping trees down. My neighbors think I'm fucking nuts.
Hell yeah. Atta girl.
With this thing. Sawing out. Ladies, you don't need a man, you just need a Sawzall. Just go get one.
Wow. Just need a Sawzall.
And just so you know, they're very cheap. You can get one at like Harbor Freight for $20 and that thing will saw through a car or your butter, whatever you need.
Really?
Yeah, I've been going through wrought iron fence with it.
Hell yeah.
I know that, Dianna, I remember we used to talk that you were big into gardening as well. Are you still doing that?
Yes. So I have like a 100-year-old wrought iron fence that was like covered in shit. Yeah. And I ripped that out and got poison ivy all over me. Like, I'm covered in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I yanked that out. And again, doing man shit, I just created a fence around my garden with it, around my vegetable garden. And I bought like an arbor for it. So it's all cute and pretty.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Back up. What the fuck's an arbor?
It's that you're going to make me use the J word again, because I don't know like how else to explain it. It's a John.
It's that arch John, right?
It's a doorway. It's a doorway where you just walk outside, more outside.
Say it again.
All right.
It's a doorway where you're just going from outside to more outside.
Exactly. It keeps bunnies out. It has a door on it. That's all that matters.
Wow. And it's called an arbor.
Hold on. So you two chuchulamingias know what that thing is, but you don't know what a Sawzall is?
Look, all I saw was the hand shape of the arch, and I knew exactly where it was going. Like, it's outside. It goes like this.
I'm done.
Chuchulamingias. Wow.
You never heard that one? My dad used to call me that all the time back then. Hey, you fucking chuchulamingia.
My dad used to call me shit for brains. That was his favorite. Yeah.
My dad used to call me Rover Wade.
What did he call you?
Well,
Rover Wade.
Rover Wade? Like the court?
Like, if that decision had happened a little bit earlier, you wouldn't be here right now. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my God. Mr. McCormick coming with the heat.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. He is booked to be on the podcast. So,
Hell yeah.
It's going to be great. Look for that.
What a chance to defend himself.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So nice. Okay, so some gardening, some sawzawing, and some arboring.
Was in last weekend. My tan is ridiculous. My back tan. It's just like
Hell yeah.
different. I'm spicy from the top. That's it.
That's right.
Hey,
But all my veggies are in, so I got to do something fun after doing all that work.
You know who's not tan? Old Elmer Glue Matt over there.
That is correct, pal. It's not just the light. That is the actual color of the skin. So there you go.
When they asked the shade, I just say Elmer Glue.
It's tough to get a tan when you're covered in a fur as well. You've never seen a grizzly bear with a tan. So
looking at that button, I'm sure it looks like Matt's trying to get into the sequel to Blood In, Blood Out. Like he just needs to pop that collar or let it unbutton the bottom buttons.
I was signing up for Jersey Shore, so that's why.
Hey, quick question.
Like
Quick question for Dianna. Does she have a yoga mat that sits shotgun in her car?
Motherfucker,
Just for shits and giggles, I just want to know.
So okay, backstory, Dianna. Steve, if you remember, Steve, if you probably listened to Steve's episode, he did a 2-episode series, and he owns an auto garage, right? He's a co-owner of an auto garage. So I had to get some work done on my car, and I brought my car in. But sometimes my wife will take my car to the gym, and she uses the yoga mat at the gym. So when I pulled up, Steve's like, Matt, is this your car? And I was like, yeah, it's my car. It's a red Honda Accord. Hey, it screams masculinity. And he's like, that's your yoga mat in the front seat? And I was like, son of a bitch. No, it's not my yoga mat. So yeah, Dianna has the Sawzall in the front seat of her car, and I had a teal yoga mat, by the way.
Yes,
teal.
you did.
I have a teal yoga mat right on that side of my office. It's in my office, not my car.
Oh,
good enough. At least better than Matt.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Sounds like a carefully curated story, Matt. Just saying.
So let's keep it moving. So some gardening, some getting some sun, some hanging out. There's a bar that Dianna has been to once or twice called Graham's Pub, Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. But let's keep it moving. Peter Hosen, you got a recommendation for the weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm going Parks on Tap. So we got all of our housework out of the way last week and staying the deck. And now it's time for some outdoor drinking. So I think they're at the Waterworks this weekend and also down by the South Street Bridge.
So, Pete, can you elaborate on this? Parks
on Taps? Yeah. So it's just like a pop-up beer garden run by the Horticultural Society. So they go all around the city in the parks and sell beer and little snacks and food so you can hang out, have a good time.
Really? That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And it's getting that outdoor drinking time. Last weekend, we were hiking through Wissahickon Park, and I saw kids jumping into the Devil's Pool. So it's that time of year already.
God.
Those teenagers, I wanted to teach what was up, but I was like, I'm getting too old. I'll hurt myself.
Yeah, I would not go in there either unless you want to get like all the hepatitises and probably chlamydia.
Well, it's early season, so it's still somewhat clean. In another week is when it gets bad.
Yeah.
Never.
No. Dianna, shake her head. It's never clean. Never clean.
Never go into the creek ever.
I can't even be in this conversation. You fucking Stuubbins, jump in that fucking creek and grow a set. How dare you? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? What's the matter with you? So
I swear to God, now they have buses coming from New York bringing people down to the Devil's Pool, and I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lived on Hen Street, right across from right behind Saul High School, the agricultural high school.
Yeah.
Yep. So I used to walk down there where the Boy Scout Center is with my Rottweiler every day.
That's where we go all the time. Yeah.
When I say I first off, they would all lose their fucking mind because he wasn't on a leash, but he could care less about people, so they were okay with that. But I would always be absolutely flabbergasted by the amount of shit these people can haul back there. Like full-blown grills. They got like fucking TVs. I think one kid was playing Xbox. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. They never stop. They never ceases to amaze me the amount of shit people carry with them. Like a woman's purse.
They could go to the Poconos. Why are you coming down to Wissahickon Park? Like, what are you doing? Like,
because to inner city, and when I say inner city, I mean bad neighborhood inner cities. Yeah. That is the Poconos.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Dianna and I used to have a shift on Sundays at Graham's, and I remember people would stop in and get like takeout beer to go down there. Dianna, do you remember that happening at all? Or?
All the time. People would be coming. People fish back there too. So people.
Hell yeah, there's big ass trout in that little creek right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
All the time. It was a blast. So all right, cool. So Pete, you're doing it's the Park Beer Garden. What was it again?
Parks on Tap. You can follow it on Instagram. Parks on Tap.
Nice. And you've done this before?
Oh yeah, every summer since I think they started like 3 years ago. So every year we always like hit up a couple of them. They're always at cool sites somewhere in Fairmount Park or you know, it's all over the city.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Dianna?
They're just walking around, open container. Like, what are you doing? That's it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, just open container. Yeah, you can just be outside. You normally have like chairs and like hammocks and stuff set up, so it's just a way to be outside and drink. And if you have your dogs, we have a beagle. We bring the dog with us, so tie him up.
What's your dog's name, Pete?
Harvey.
Oh. Stuubbs, what's your dog's name?
Which one? The Rottweiler?
Yeah.
Bruno.
Again,
I was living in South Philly at the time, and my my ex, all her family's from South Philly, born and raised. So her dad grew up with all the Scarfo era mob guys.
Right.
So of course we named the big dog Bruno after Angelo Bruno because he's real calm, just like the docile Don.
Right.
Then I have a little psycho dog that I think. Oh God, I'm embarrassed when I say this. It's a Chiweenie, I think. It's like half.
Right. Wow. Chiweenie. That sounds like a yoga mat and your kind of dog.
No, it's definitely worse than that. But we named her.
You carry it around in a purse, or
she's a psychopath.
Yeah. Do you carry that in your Louis Vuitton bag, Steve? Is that the one?
Well, here's the only thing that saves me. When you say that and you act like that, I go pet that dog.
Yeah.
And you let me know how little that dog is. That thing will bite your fucking finger off.
Didn't you used to have a dog named Trotter, named after Jeremiah Trotter? Isn't that right?
What's that?
Didn't you have a dog named Trotter at one point, named after
Jeremiah my dad
Trotter?
has and my brother has that Doberman I just showed you. That Doberman's name is Dawkins.
Oh, Dawkins.
So we had Trotter the Rottweiler, then we had Dawkins the Doberman, and then hold on, let me see. I get you a quick look. Here we go. There's Dawkins.
What a beast.
Oh, there we go. There's Dawkins.
This is the psychopath. And then hold on, I got you. Hold up.
That's hilarious.
Hold on, I got one more for you. Where's he at? Where the hell is this guy? There he is. Bruno. There he is.
Damn.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no one's robbing your shop. Jesus. Dianna, do you have any dogs?
Yeah. So I had, speaking of names, I had 2 border collies that were Rocco and Adrian.
Oh my God.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Lost Adrian last year, and then I found a dog running around my neighborhood. So I'm running around in my pajamas at 7 a.m. chasing this little weird looking animal when I figured out it was a dog. And he was with me. So it's me, Rocco, and
how I feel about mine.
What's the second dog's name?
Frankie the trash dog.
Frankie the trash dog.
I had no hair when I found him. He was in bad shape, but he lives in my house. He loves it, and he's adorable with all his hair now. So
that's nice. Oh, good for you. That's great.
But slowly but surely.
Yeah. Man, that's cool. All right. Nice. So a little beer garden with the dog action for old Peter Hosen. Stuubbs, what do you got going? Recommendation for the weekend?
Well, he's going to double dip. So I'm jumping in the car, heading to the fine old state of Dirty Jersey.
Right.
Sending myself to the Island Beach State Park, which is a non-inhabited barrier island. It's the only non-inhabited barrier island on the East Coast, right? So everything else has houses and shit on it. Island Beach is in between Seaside Heights and Long Beach Island. There's like the Barnegat Inlet right there, and there's a 10-mile stretch where it's, you can drive your trucks onto the beach, you can drive dirt bikes. You're not supposed to, but I do.
I know exactly
so I'm taking this thing while my buddy fishes. I'm taking this.
Oh, bro.
And I'm just gonna ride around and drink beers while the cops try to chase me, and he'll fish.
I got smoked.
What was that, dude?
Smoked by one of them when I was a kid. Just straight up ran me over. I had tire marks up my back and shit. Yeah.
Oh, and they are.
I had a kid in my hand.
Not light.
Smoked. Yeah.
You
Oh
wait,
my
you were
God, they're
holding
not
a
light
baby?
either. They're like 300 pounds.
My grandparents bought a farm like all the way upstate, up by Erie. So they had like 100 acres. There's no reason for my cousin to be doing this on the front fucking lawn. So I was walking with my little cousin, one of the babies, across the lawn to the barn to go see an animal, and he just lost control and smoked me. Kid was totally fine, but
Oh my God.
yeah, tire marks everywhere. Oh my God, it was so bad.
Oh yeah. How old were you? You remember? I mean,
I was probably like 13 or 14.
oh my God.
Ooh.
Jesus, that
Just
thing
old
must
enough to
have
be
destroyed you.
Yeah.
Just old enough to be super pissed.
I'm surprised you woke up.
Things too. I fly right off of them.
Oh yeah, they are not the safest things. I grew up on them, and I still fly off them on the regular.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, now you got a Sarazard. You can cut it in half if he does it again.
It's a Sawzall.
Sawzall. Charizard.
You
Yeah.
Chuchalamingia.
A Charizard. It's a Pokemon, right?
Jesus Christ, Pete.
Yeah. A Sarazard.
A Charizard.
I'm surprised.
You gave me a great idea. I'm gonna start chasing the neighborhood kids with my Sawzall.
Smart. Hey, there you go. That's how you do it. That's damn. Steve had one of the best stories from when his episode, I believe it was his second episode. So Steve owning the auto garage, him and his dad, he was been around automobiles his whole life, any type of automobile, but he had a 3-wheeler, which is rare and also illegal. And he was riding that son of a bitch like a mother. And ended up, I mean, Steve would know better what happened. But Steve, can you elaborate on that story at all with the 3-wheeler?
It depends. Which one are we talking about? You got CTE.
I mean, give us the best one you have.
I mean, well,
Yeah,
so again,
I think you were out near Erie and you hit this random 13-year-old girl with it years ago. You just
kept it moving.
Yes.
pinned it on her cousin. It was real fucked up.
Yeah, really fucking mean.
And he was not okay after that.
Yeah.
Well, my big thing for the parents that hated me in my neighborhood growing up, whenever it snowed, I would tie a sled to the back of it at like 10 years old. So you can imagine if you're a parent seeing the wildest kid in your neighborhood, because I'm not a calm person or sane, I guess, whatever. Who's
in
judging?
the right place, pal.
And then,
Right
so
place.
I would pull up on that 3-wheeler with a sled tied with a rope, throw snowballs at people, my friends' windows until they looked out front. Their mom would lose their mind, be like, please don't get in that. And then they would get in and we would do 40 miles an hour around the neighborhood with the kids in the sled and,
Sure. Yeah.
the normal. But I'm pretty sure my dad tried to kill me with that thing because every time I took it out, I came back with like a fucked up arm, a giant chunk out of my head.
Right.
Because every time you turn them, they flip.
Yeah. He was like, this fucking food bill's getting outrageous. We got to cut someone out of here. All right. So let's do Steve's a little small, so we'll get rid of him. Yeah.
Then he realized that he realized I kept coming back like a cat, and he was like, well, maybe we'll just get him involved in wrestling because then he won't eat.
Right. Save us money. Yeah. for half of the year he's not eating anyway. So maybe we'll let it slide.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Smart. And he lives in the basement on a fucking stationary bike. So just let him hang out there.
Yeah. Just buy him a couple plastic suits and he'll be all set. So
yep. Hopefully he dies.
Good thing you're stopping that spitting because that, God.
Oh my God. Cuz, at least they're not loogies. This is just like, build up spit.
Sure.
Just thinking of food. It's lunchtime, dog. I'm fucking drooling like a fat kid over here. I told you it's a thick boy summer.
Thick boy summer, pal. That's it. So,
hungry as shit, cuz.
Nice. All right. So let's keep it moving then. So Steve, you're going to be going down to the beach. You're going to be on your.
And just for a recommendation for people that do want to go down there, that have never been there, it is absolutely fantastic. Again, no houses, no nothing. You can bring your dogs. You can fish. You can drive onto the beach. You park up with your truck. It's fucking fantastic.
And what's
Great
the
area.
name? What's the name again?
Island Beach State Park.
Nice. All right. I've checked it out. My mom has a house in LBI. And
whoa. Where? In Beach Haven?
Yeah. Hell
so
yeah.
the kid I grew up with in North Wales, his grandfather had a sick ass house on beachfront on Brant Beach.
Oh, all right.
So that's where I went like my whole childhood. Like then when we got older, like complete fucking assholes. We would go out to, there's only 3 bars on LBI, right? There's the Marlin, the fucking, whatever,
The
those
Chegg.
3 bars, right? Yes. So we would go down there and we would meet chicks, like a whole bunch of us, and we would be like, yeah, we got a beachfront, like, mansion. And they were like, yeah, all right. And we're like, no, we do. And they're like, how'd you guys get that? And we'd be like, look, after we got out of college, we made a couple investments. I'm in the financial world.
Right. Yeah.
And these,
we've all made those lives.
Jersey produces horse. But, Jersey girls are like, oh, what do you have? They were like, awesome, right? So we would get back to the house and they were like, holy shit, they're not lying. And then before Sandy, Brant Beach, the water used to almost touch the fucking house every night at high tide.
Yeah.
So they were like, this is fucking ridiculous. And then we'd go home and a week later, his aunt and the rest of the family would be down there on vacation. And these broads would show up and knock on the door. And they'd be like, hey, where's Steve? And his aunt would be like, who? And they're like, the guys that own this, Steve and Matt. And they'd be like, sorry, honey, they lied to you. And now I don't go out in LBI because I did that 100 times. So I know there's 42 girls ready to kick me directly in the testicles when I step into a bar in there.
Yeah, so all those little kids running around like being a pain in the ass, I can thank you for those little kids or what?
Only if they're good wrestlers. If they're good at wrestling, then they can thank me.
Sure.
If they're crazy, that's just a side effect. What do you want me to do?
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
Yep.
Nice. All right. So good. All right. Good deal. That's a good shout, man. God damn it, Steve. All right. So
can you hear that even when I pull the phone away?
Yes. You're not pulling away your microphone. You're pulling away the phone.
I don't fucking know. I can barely get on the Zoom. Stop.
Yeah.
The only thing I know how to do is illegally stream UFC fights.
Yeah. But you're a pro at apparently.
Allegedly.
Yeah. For when Dana White listens to this, allegedly, Dana.
Look, as long as they're not Triller, then it's all right. Those are the ones you don't want to stream.
Oh my god.
Attaboy.
Yeah. So so let's keep it moving. So this weekend, and I did want to talk about this, and Dianna, really excited to hear your thoughts about it. There's a major fight this weekend, arguably the number one of the biggest boxers going right now, facing a European star, an English star. And it's really, really going to be a fireworks of a fight. This is a fight the fans wanted, and they actually got made. So it's going to be Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. It's at the Dallas Stadium, right, in Arlington. And it's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be a great fight. Both these guys bang. Both these guys get in there. They mix it up. I mean, I'm excited to see it. And it's good for, not only it's a good fight, but it's good for the sport. Because I think there's a lot of fights that don't live up to the hype. Like, I think what happened, like one of the worst things that could have happened to boxing is when Mayweather-Pacquiao did happen, there's so many people that feel that they got burned on that fight that they were just turned off for boxing forever. So I think this is one of those fights that can deliver, and I'm excited to see it. Dianna, do you have an opinion about the fights this weekend? Or
I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it's considered healthy, but I like watching dudes fight. I think it's hot, so I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And girl, when we worked at the bar together, enjoyed when that kind of stuff. It's just like, oh, it's about to happen.
So Dianna, you weren't the girl going, oh no, stop it, somebody break up. It's like rip his shirt off.
When someone gets punched that I don't like, you see how I react to that. I'm like, oh no, please stop.
Dianna was the one like, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, like. Yeah,
she's throwing dollar bills at the guy. She's like, "Yeah, keep it going.
Yeah,
take your money.
Hit him on the nipple."
Yeah,
Pete. All right, too far, Pete. Too far.
Jesus.
God damn it.
So Diana's excited to see the fight, like a lot of people are, but for different reasons. But hey, good for you. Honestly, need more women like you in the world. I would say.
I agree.
What matters? That's all that matters. That I enjoy.
Yeah,
well, and here's the other bonus is chicks think Canelo is a straight dime piece. So
great, I'm in that.
He's a man dime. Chicks
love Canelo.
Yeah, it's not just chicks that think that, pal. All right.
Yeah, gay dudes love him too. And I think De La Hoya, who's a little in between, depends if he's yoked up or not.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah. De La Hoya with like a glass of Pinot Grigio and a couple of lines of zip, fucking forget about it. He's all about it.
Sucking him off real quick.
Yeah. He's giving HJs left and right. But yeah, I don't know. Have you, Dianna, have you seen Canelo Alvarez? Do you know what he looks like?
I'm gonna rock with Google right now, though. How do I spell it?
So
Sual is his real name.
But he goes as so it's Canelo. So
Cielo.
As in cinnamon in Spanish.
Canelo.
Yeah.
Because he's a fire crotch.
Yeah.
Well, he was a fire crotch.
He's cute. He's not hot.
Ginger.
Does he have his shirt off?
Yeah, all these pictures, he has his shirt off.
Yeah, kids, guys, Shred City.
Yeah, he's like, no, he
If
doesn't
he
take
wasn't
pictures with his shirt on.
would he be better looking if he wasn't a ginger?
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Canelo thing hurts.
yeah.
But you'll
ginger
like him
doesn't
more when
help.
you watch him. You'll like him better when you watch him beat the daylights out of every other human that's around his size.
Yeah,
From Mexico?
yeah.
Yep.
Believe it or not,
So
believe it or not, full-blooded Mexican. Yeah.
So his
Guadalajara.
backstory, his backstory, which Brendan Schaub's wife is from Guadalajara, right?
Yeah.
So she rides hard for Canelo. She's a fucking dime piece too. Anyway,
Yeah.
his cool backstory is that Canelo grew up, when I say impoverished, I'm talking third world country impoverished.
Yeah.
So they had no money.
I think he's one of 10 kids,
11,
right?
11. Yeah, there's 11 kids. So yep. So he has 11 brothers. He's the baby.
Yeah.
The older brothers used to take him into town because they saw how tough he was, and used to literally bet on or point out strangers and have him brawl strangers in the grown ass men when he was like 11.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, this kid's different, let alone he becomes, probably right now, hands down, pound best boxer on the planet.
Agreed.
In my opinion.
Best active boxer. For
Not
sure.
even a question.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree.
And he's prime of his life, right? He's only 30 years old, and he already has 55 fights. Mayweather's his only loss, right? And then he had this draw with Triple J, and
dude, he knocked out Kovalev. Come on.
I know that.
So who is the guy he's fighting? I don't follow boxing much. Is Billy Joe Saunders? Is this guy going to give him a fight?
He's legit. He's battle tested, legit. He's a legit. Plus, they're fighting at 168 pounds, which Canelo.
Okay, so he's going up.
Yeah, Canelo's going up. Billy Joe Saunders is kind of staying where he is. But I love too how Billy Joe Saunders is him and Tyson Fury are just talking the most shit. Tyson Fury is the best with talking.
He's the man.
He's so great on the stick. So good. So super thrilled to hear Diana's excited about the fight this weekend. So
Billy, his name's Billy Joe.
Yeah,
Billy Joe Saunders
from
He's
England.
a gypsy, right? He's a gypsy
English,
too.
so
yes.
Billy Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Joe. Yeah.
Well,
Billy Joe's
that's terrific.
Billy Joe.
Oh, she likes him more than the Canelo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ginger thing doesn't help anybody. Let's be honest. What are you gonna do? Yeah, blessing and the curse.
You're fighting.
So nice. All right, so we got that going this weekend. Very good. Cool. So
Steve, I'm looking at a picture of Billy Joe Saunders, and I swear to God, it looks like Chris Joint.
who's Chris Joint?
That's a great reference.
Chris Joint's a guy that me and Steve were friends with him back in the day. But he's actually he was a really good boxer and Muay Thai guy. Got into Muay Thai.
He got real deep into Muay Thai because he married a Filipino girl too. So he's been all over to he's nasty at Muay Thai.
Nice. All right. Nice. Cool. All right. Cool. Let's keep it going then. All right. So perfect. So I would like to ask this. So we'll start with you, Steve. I know that you're a stud. You love being awesome. Everything's great like that. Do you have a hobby that you're into right now that we don't know about?
Besides jacking off?
I mean, that's not a hobby. That's a way of life, pal. We're all there.
Understood.
Yeah, we're all. That's not just that's not a hobby. That's more of a requirement to keep you from killing people, right? But yeah. But other than that, no. Okay.
True.
So yeah, we're all on there. Pete, what about you? Anything special you're working on?
Like I said, right now, we're just getting the outdoor set up. So I stained my deck the other week.
Oh.
It looks like shit.
I heard you got a really big deck. Yeah, I got
a really big. Yeah.
I heard you got a huge deck. Yeah.
It's crazy how big the deck looks when you take away things that make it look, smaller. You know what I mean? You take all the furniture off the deck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In proportion, you got a huge deck. Isn't your deck black too? Don't you have a big black deck?
After the stain job, it's brown, man. It's
a big brown deck. All right. Good for you. I'm sure your wife loves a big brown deck, right?
Yeah, well, Pete, your deck does look smaller when you take huge things off of it, like yourself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Shots fired. Look at that.
Man.
Whoa, I'm not talking about his weight. He's just a big human, too.
You always got to go to the thick boy stuff. Real nice, Steve. Pete's got feelings, too, okay?
Listen, I have none, but I am jealous of the thick boy thing. I am striving to get there, and I'm working my hardest.
Hey, man, it's nice that thick boys are being recognized now. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. D, what about you? You got anything you're working on? Anything you're planning? I do want to say this to the dozens and dozens of Working Perspectives podcast listeners that Dianna Spencer has been booked to be on the show. August 31st, Dianna. So, So I just want to let all the dozens and dozens of podcast listeners know that Dianna Spencer has been booked to be on the show August 31st for her. She'll be on the main show for the interview portion, and we're going to get everything going there. It's going to be great. But Dianna, besides prepping for the main interview show coming on August 31st, what else you got planned? What else you been doing?
I'm like trying to back off of the fucking hobbies. I'm like so sick of being inside and trying to find shit to do. It's not even funny.
Back off the fucking
That's
fantastic. That's fantastic.
Reading. I'm done trying to learn new things. Like I'm just get my yard together so I can chill. But
craft it out.
Get back out. Like I went out to a Phillies game recently and it sucked.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, the game sucked. They played really terribly. I don't know what that. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
How much they get paid and how poorly they play. It's unbelievable. But it was like weird. It felt like there was only 80 people there. It was nice because like no line for crab fries, no line for beer, no lines.
Right.
But then like you're just like I felt like the kid in the all the way up front could hear me curse and stuff. Like I was watching my mouth.
Probably could.
So it was was trying to get back to normal. Do normal.
Did you get any tailgating in?
No,
Okay.
but I ended up at Graham's afterwards. I drank from 3 p.m. I can't tell you the last time I did that. It's like years. That was a really good day. It was fun.
Yeah, you can feel the city opening up. Like even though like it's not there, like you can feel like in a month's time, everyone's gonna be back.
Everybody's Grammy. Everyone's ready.
I just want to ask if you threw the hobbies away because you found the Sawzall.
I found the salt.
It'll take.
I'm just chopping shit nonstop.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's for a person like me. That's awkwardly hot. I don't know why. Seeing a broad cut shit. Come on now.
Right. I think that's been a staple for a long time of like, chicks with power tools. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's always been kind of a thing.
Like up here covered in dirt. I'm in yoga pants and Tim's. Like there's like nothing left attractive.
Well, hold on.
You just said yoga pants and Tim's.
Hold on.
Yeah, no.
You just say yoga pants were unattractive because since they invented them, they should be licensed.
Look, we'll just say Tim the Toolman Taylor had the right idea when he hired what's her name, Pamela Henderson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But
right.
Yeah, whoever did invent yoga pants, that person deserves all the awards that they
He deserves the fucking
Dianna, is there a piece of clothing like that on guys the girls go nuts about? Is there a guy's version of yoga pants?
It's sweatpants.
Yeah, Pete?
Sweatpants?
What is it?
Gray sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants?
Really?
She looking for the dick print.
Yeah, you can see.
My buddy Fargnoli, when he hears this podcast, he's going to go nuts because all he wears is sweatpants all the time. He's like one of the richest guys I know. He builds houses in Philly, but he loves his sweatpants.
Wait, Dianna, you can see the outline of the sausage. Is that what you're saying?
It depends on if it's boxers or briefs, but yeah, you can see a little bit. That's a whole thing. It's like all over the internet. All women are talking about it. When we're in the gym in gray sweatpants, we see it. We're watching. We're paying attention.
This is like your version of like side boob and cleavage. You look for like a little bit of a tip by the knee.
It like really makes your butt look good, and then we see your bird.
Whoa. What about the mesh shorts? That does nothing.
I mean, people don't wear them. Dudes dress so weird now. I'm like struggling with this because it's like the tightest jeans fucking possible. I can't take it. Can't take the tight.
I agree.
Yeah,
I can't
agree.
around with dude with tight jeans like that. It's like I don't want to be on the same side of the street. But yeah, they don't dress like no one wears basketball shorts anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's good
today. Kids today.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to hear that there's still old school women around because, like I said, the tide changed at the end of our run where you go out to the bar.
Living in Philly?
Me, not right now, no. But when I used to go
here, there's not anyone here that's normal anymore or normal.
The problem when I was younger, I'm about to be 38, but when I used to go out when I was younger, like if you got in a fight, which I did all the time because I'm a giant asshole, and if you beat a dude up when I was like 22, chicks were like, "Damn, did you see that?" And like, it kind of impressed them. And then when I got to like 30, I'd beat a dude up, and every chick in the bar be like, "You're such a bully. What an asshole!" Like, it started with me. What the fuck?
He's not telling you it was a family christening at this bar, and he just beat the shit out of his brother. But, whatever.
Yeah. They're having their first Holy Communion party, and Pete took out the 8-year.
In age, it's funny because I've discussed this many times with my therapist. I think we just grew up in that like thing where we love fight. It's just a weird thing about it. But then like now I'm at an age where it's like, all right, I gotta reel it in. Like I was talking to this dude, and he's like casually telling me about his jail time for aggravated assault. And I'm like,
ooh, that's not a winner.
I am too old for this shit. You know what I mean?
Well, let me see your gray sweatpants, and I'll show you my SARS or whatever the hell it is.
God damn it, Pete.
Gray sweatpants. I get mating. Fuck dick pics. I get mating dance videos. That's my way.
Mating dance videos?
You don't remember the first one I got? I told everybody. It was fucking.
You got to go with this.
It was this. The first one was this dude. I wouldn't go home with him at a bar, and he sent me this video. He's wearing nothing but a red hoodie tied around his waist, and he sends me a video of him dancing to Beyonce's Halo, and then says, "This is what you're missing." He sends this to drunk me at 4 a.m. I send it to everybody I know.
Oh,
wait a minute.
God.
I'm in the Uber. What are you laughing at? We pulled over, laughed for like 15 minutes. It was ridiculous. And then I just recently another one. This dude's ass naked with nothing but
it's halftime of the Eagles game. She has the video playing on. She's like, look at what this motherfucker just sent me.
I didn't get out. I went to sleep and like woke up feeling bad because all my texts were like, oh my God, I sent that to everybody. Like it just that one went quickly. Yeah. And then
did he helicopter his dong though?
I couldn't see his bird. He had the hoodie covering his bird, but he's doing
that's because he's a pussy.
What a chuchalamingia.
Yeah.
That dude was a monster. He was just humongous. And then I get a video 4 a.m. on a Monday, him wearing a black cowboy hat in the dark in the middle of the woods. He's at his cabin, just completely.
Wait, this is another video. There are multiple videos.
I have two mating dance videos, man. I send them to my mom now. Oh my
God. Yo.
And she's
good
like,
for her.
You need to give online dating another chance. I'm like, dick pic, mating video. What'd you say?
Yeah.
These people, Mom, you bring them over for dinner on Sunday?
Oh man.
So can I ask an honest question? Have you, because this just intrigues me, because I don't know. Obviously, I'm half retarded, so I think differently, but
75%.
Was there ever I
think I'm going to back up what Steve's about to say. I think I'm going to back him up here.
Was there ever a point where you opened up one of those dick pics and went, wow, like maybe I'll call that guy? Never, right?
Not once. I'm impressed by them, but like the fact that you sent it to me, I don't want. They're all unsolicited. I don't fucking.
Right, I'm confused. Has there ever been a guy that got a chick from a dick pic?
I feel like it has to work. It must have worked at least once, right? Like at some point, it must have worked for somebody.
Dude,
that's all you need. One time to work.
When you've been talking to somebody and you start like messing around, it's like after you mess around, I don't think it's as bad. But why are you?
Right.
Yeah, like dick pic. Then hi, my name's Jerry. Yeah.
It's not like hey,
save them. You should. I want the internet to know it. You send me a dick pic, it is my property now because I don't ask. Now it's mine. So I have this one that I save the best ones. This dude sends me a dick pic and he's like standing, but his head's like this. Like he put his phone on a timer and backed up and he's like this. And I just texted him. I didn't mention the bird at all. I just went, you put a lot of effort in keeping your face in that picture, dude.
Hell yeah.
What is that about? Like,
he's proud of it.
Their face in it. Where do you work? What's your job?
Maybe he figured like if he tilted his head to perspective would make it seem like less crooked. He was kind of like, if I go this way, you won't notice that.
And then
well,
or maybe he's got scoliosis. Who knows?
Uncle Matt, I think I may have just came up with a new segment.
Yeah, Dianna.
It's gonna be called bird watching.
Bird watching.
Dianna.
Bird watching.
So if anybody, including myself, wants to send dick pics to the show, where do we send them, Matt?
You can send them to us at work. No, fuck, Dianna.
I was thinking,
Stop.
He's about to we send her to a different park. We send her to a different park throughout Philly, and then she gives us her bird watching notes. Like, all right, here's
we gotta do it and I'll turn on Tinder and we'll see where it goes.
Let's go.
I like this.
Let's go.
Dude. It's awful. It's my fucking dating.
It's awful.
Dude sent me recently 42. Like it's just bad.
I would really genuinely love to know, like worldwide, what is a percentage of that working, right? Like I would love to know, because if it's less than like 3% of that working, it's still working, you know?
Yes.
But if, like I would love, like if it's at like a 15% working, then that just would amaze me.
I want to know what the conversion rate is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to know, like every 100 dick pics sent, how
Did you-
many?
So they send them to me and I don't like pay attention to it at all. Like I'll get pictures of the mirror and I'll just be like, what kind of candle is that? What flavor? Like I'll just start.
What you don't understand is you just crushed
a nice
that
idea.
man's soul with one word. You crushed his soul.
Yeah,
That's a very nice hydrangea you have in the background. You water it weekly or bi-weekly?
You're feeling fans. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh my
Or
god.
like, you might want to talk to your doctor. That mole looks kind of aggressive. Are you been out in the sun or
Yeah.
SPF 50, buddy?
Yeah. They'll tell me the flavor of the candle. Like they just, the fact that I'm just ignoring it.
It's the best.
It's,
That is
hilarious.
the best, though.
I had this one dude asking me for nudes. He's like, send me pics. So I just kept sending him pictures of Steve Buscemi.
That's hilarious.
Steve. I was like, that's Steve. He goes, no, I'm Mike or whatever the fuck his name is. I was like, no, that's.
Or whatever
You
the
should
fuck his
trade
name
dick
is.
pics between the guys. Like when a guy sends you a dick pic, you should send him a dick pic from someone else. Like, oh, I thought we were trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They start going down all the dicks.
It's like they're fucking cards.
Yeah, it is. It's so ridiculous.
Damn, that
Look,
is.
you got any Puerto Ricans? No, all right.
Yeah, it's like, look, I got
No.
3 Asians, 2
No,
Caucasians.
No, but I got a Dominican.
Yeah.
I got a very rare Bangladeshi here.
Yeah.
I got a rare redheaded Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh, Dianna with the big reference.
Wow.
Do you guys remember a couple of years ago, Jaromir Jagr? For anyone that likes hockey, Jaromir Jagr, obviously a Hall of Famer legend. He was sleeping with a younger model, and she like took a picture of him and tried to blackmail him. She's like, "This is going to go up. Like your ex-wife and kids are going to see this." He's like, "You're 24 years old and you're stacked. You think I'm going to be embarrassed by you leaking these photos? Go ahead."
Yeah. He's like, honey, do you see the dong I'm working with? Go ahead, put that John out.
He's like, "I'm from Eastern Europe. I don't go by these puritanical American rules you guys go by."
Come on, Bit. I walk around in a banana hammock at the beach.
Yeah.
They have it made. All of them are like sugar babies and shit. They're just living life.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, right.
30-year-old sugar baby. I feel like I have a lot more to offer at 30. Like I'll do your, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of value in this.
Yeah. It's like you can
Again,
do the
for all the-
taxes. You can make an arbor in the backyard.
I-
All
The
these-
backyard's going to look nice.
Yeah, I
All's
just
all out there flexing.
let's just
She could take a 4-wheeler to the back like the best of them.
When we have a daughter, I'll be able to tell you who she can date just by their sweatpants. That's all I need to know. Keep her
That's not
safe.
right, Pete. Yeah, that's not right, Pete. How dare you? That's discriminative, I think.
That's
I forget.
hilarious. That's hilarious. Damn.
Well, for all those who want to shoot their shot and send their dick pic,
Well,
go to mattlavelle.com.
No, if for all those guys listening, if you're smart, don't send a dick pic. Send a pic of you in gray sweatpants.
Sweatpants, yeah.
Yeah, just send a sweatpants.
again
Pay
when they get sent
attention.
to my property, remember that.
Yeah. Whatever you say, just so you know.
And for the gingers, maybe a dye job beforehand or a wig.
Yeah,
Give yourself
for
the best
sure.
shot possible.
Yeah, do yourself a favor for sure.
And don't be a pussy either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
do
pussy.
not.
That's
Yeah.
on my profile. That's on my Bumble profile. No pussies and must like jock.
What must like what?
Jock jams.
Ooh.
Yo, Jock Jam. What? Okay, so what was? Remember there was Jock Jams, but do you remember the now? This is what I.
Oh God, yes. Now,
What was better? I
I
guess I like Jock Jams. I said.
yeah.
Right?
Now was more like
have all-
teeny boppers.
Dude, remember the first Jock Jams? It started with the Michael Buffer, let's get ready to rumble. And then
And then it went to
into,
pump
like,
up the jam.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and it had the Mortal Kombat theme, and then I think it ended with Cotton Eye
I
Joe.
want to move it.
Yeah.
I want to move it.
Yeah,
That's right, Petey.
Jock Jam. All right.
Another sign, Matt. Another sign that we're returning back to normal. I saw a 70-year-old man walk into Peck Miller's at 9 a.m. last week, and I'm like, all right, on a Wednesday.
Right,
I'm like, we're finally getting back there.
Damn right you did. For those of you that don't know, but we just yeah. So those of you who don't know, Peck Miller's is a bar that, well, let's just say it's open all the time, and
open all the time.
It's just full of class individuals, class all the way.
Greatest hot dogs in the neighborhood.
Yeah, my older brother
got weird.
Yeah, my older brother asshole actually challenged a guy a race on Ridge Avenue at Peck Miller's one morning at like 6
on
in
your
the morning.
feet.
Yeah, a foot race. Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I should have specified that. It wasn't.
I was confused.
Yeah. No, he challenged this guy to a race on Ridge Avenue in like the middle of Ridge Avenue at like 6 in the morning after being out all night. And it was him and Big Greg Sadowski. And Big Greg Sadowski won. And Big Greg Sadowski won. Yeah.
Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why he's an asshole. So what are you gonna do? But
calm yourself.
All right. So all right. So this has been really great. Dianna, thank you so much for coming on. Do you have anything you want to say to the fans before we take off?
No, don't send unsolicited dick pics.
Easy enough. It's fascinating that you have to say that, but you do.
But it's completely believable.
Yeah, you have to say it at this point.
Yeah,
all
because
right.
dudes don't think right.
No, thanks for having me. This was fun.
This was great. Yeah, love to. And I think I can speak with all the guys. Would love it if you would come back on sometime if you're willing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We gotta do bird watching with Dianna.
Bird watching with Dianna. Perfect. All right. Party Boy Pete, anything you want to say to the dozens and dozens of Working Perspectives podcast fans before we take off?
For any of those guys that were thinking of sending dick pics, shoot your shot, guys. Shoot your shot.
Yeah. Don't let these lies fool you.
Yeah, right? Hell yeah. She's playing hard to get.
All right. Stuubbs, what do you got to say to the people?
Next time you walk into an authentic, all Italian, straight off the boat pizzeria, say, Chucha la minga, why don't you get my slice quicker? See how that goes over.
Oh boy, I guess we will.
All right.
Chucha la minga. There you go. The new word from
Chucha la minga.
La minga. La minga.
La minga. Yep.
Yeah,
all right.
Chucha la minga.
that word's almost as good
Italian
as
for stars are.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast, Weekend Poppin'. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by stunning Steve Cabot, party in your pants, Party Boy Pete McCormick, and Dick Pics with Dianna Spencer.
That's right.
You can find it.
Dick Pic Dianna.
Dick Pic Dianna. There she is. You can find us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. And if you'd like to join us on the Twitter or the TikTok, you can visit us at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. This has been a great show. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See ya.